our legs crossed, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back. Relax the hands either on the knees facing up or down. It's entirely up to you. If you wish to join index finger and thumb together, you can do that as well. If you wish to sit on something, that might help to just lengthen out the spine and tilt the pelvis under very slightly, so you may benefit from that if you round through the spine quite a lot. So sitting up tall, we're going to start to take in some deep breaths. And as we're doing this practice today, just try and get rid of the thoughts from outside, concerns or worries that you may have. Relax the shoulders, making sure they don't come up to the ears, so they're staying nice and down. And what we're going to do is we'll start by taking in some deep breaths, counting for 4, holding for 4, release for 4, and hold again for 4. So let's breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Let's start by taking the arms all the way out to the side. Take a deep breath in, really stretch. Bring the palms together, bring them to heart center. Drop the forehead down. Slowly open the eyes. We're then going to take another deep breath in. Stretching up and exhale. And we go again, deep breath in. Stretching up and then exhale, bring the hands back down. 2 more deep breath in. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. We're going to interlace the fingers here. Turn the palms out towards you. Or away from you, I should say. Drop the chin into the chest. Round through the spine. And then from here, we're going to lift the arms up. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to lean over to the right hand side as we exhale. Take the gaze slightly up towards the ceiling. Come back to center, deep breath in. Exhale, we go the other way. Come back to center. And release the hands down. We're going to take them behind us. Push the chest forwards. Again, deep breaths in and out, making sure that we're keeping the shoulders down. We're stretching through the chest and opening out the heart. And release. We're going to cross left arm over right to start with, and we're going to bend the elbows. Now we're going to come into eagle arms, which is going to really try and stretch through the back and also across the shoulder blades. Now what you want to try and do is turn the palms to face each other and interlace the fingers and lift up from the shoulders and the elbows. If you're unable to make the bind, you can keep the hands separated or maybe just link the fingers like this. But what you want to try and do is keep a bit of space between yourself and the body, so you don't want to be collapsed in here. That's where you want to avoid. So lifting up from the shoulders, lifting the elbows up. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to fold forward, keeping that same space between your body and your arms. We're then going to lift back up again. Exhale, twist towards the right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we're twisting towards the left. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release the arms, bring them down by your side. Take the shoulders forwards and back. Perfect. We're going to go on the other side. So we're going to cross right arm over left, bend the elbows, turn the palms to face each other, lifting all the way up. Keeping that space between your body again and your arms. Try and interlace the fingers if you can, in whichever way. And we're then going to fold forward, so deep breath in. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, we're twisting towards the right. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, release. Perfect. Give the shoulders again, another shake. Forwards and back. Perfect. Let's just bring the hands together for a second and let's just create some heat between the hands. So we're going to rub the hands quickly together. And then we're going to place them onto our shoulders and onto the neck and just gently massage into the neck and the shoulders. Very gently. Release any tension that you may have here at this moment. And we'll do it one more time, so palms together again. Rub them together and then place them back onto your shoulders and gently massage into the neck and top of the shoulders. Perfect. So from here we're going to come up onto all fours. So we are going to make sure that we've got our knees underneath our hips and wrists underneath our shoulders. Keep the toes untouched, fingertips facing forwards. Let's drop down into our cow position first. So we're going to drop the chest down, the stomach down, sorry. Lift the chest up. Gaze up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you round the spine, drop the chin into the chest. Try and separate the shoulder blades. And go again, deep breath in. Coming into your cow. Exhale into cat. And just do this 2 more times of each one. In your own time. And then come back to tabletop position. We're going to lift up with the right arm. So keep the left hand on the mat. Extend the right arm all the way up. Take a deep breath in. And then feed that underneath the left, coming all the way down to the shoulders. Take the gaze up to the ceiling. Now your left hand can stay where it is, or if you prefer, you can extend it forwards, out to the side, or take it round behind you and grab hold of the right thigh. Release the left hand back down to the mat and very slowly come all the way back up. Place the hands underneath the shoulders again, gaze forwards. We're then going to lift up with the left arm. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in and peel up with the left arm, stretching all the way up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. We're feeding it underneath the right, coming all the way down to the shoulder. Again, you can place that right hand wherever you like. Taking it forwards, round the back, out to the side if you have room. And slowly push up into your tabletop position. From here, we're going to sink the chest down. We're going to walk the fingertips forward and come all the way down to your mat. So keeping the glutes lifted into our puppy pose. We're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. And then slowly peel back up. And bring the hands underneath and push back into your child's pose. Again, another couple of breaths here. Let's come forwards again. As we breathe in, exhale, walk the hands back down, come into puppy pose again. Slowly peel back up. Take the hands all the way back as you push the glutes back into your child's pose. Let's come back up onto all fours. We're going to lift the right knee. We're going to take the hip, extend from the hip, so we're going to start to drop the chest down, gaze up towards the ceiling. And whilst you're here, you can circle the ankle as well. And then round the spine, bringing the knee in towards the chest or towards the forehead or nose. It's up to you. Really round the spine. And we extend again. Drop down, gaze towards the ceiling. And then bring the knee back in, round the spine. One last time, lifting up. And release, back down, round the spine. And then place the knee down, realign yourself. We go again on the other side, so lifting up with the left knee. Again, you may want to circle the ankle slightly round, flex or point. Then we're going to bring that knee into the chest, round the spine. Let's go again. Lifting up. And release back down. Last time. And knee in. Place the knee back down and then push the glutes back, extending into your child's pose. We're going to hold this position for about 3 to 4 breaths. 2. Last deep breath in. Let's slowly come back up into tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to push back into our downward dog. So lift the glutes up. I'm keeping my knees bent as always on my first few rounds of downward dog. Push all the way up, really lengthen out the back. You may wish to drop the hips to one side. Really bend the knees and push back up. Play around with the weight. Maybe bend and straighten the knee one at a time, pedal through the feet. Bend the knees all the way down and push back up. Walk the feet in towards the hands, coming into Uttanasana. Now again, I'm going to keep my knees bent to start with, and I'm going to hug around my legs. I'm going to let my neck and head relax as I hold this position for a couple of breaths. I'm very slowly going to release my arms and slowly roll all the way up. I'm going to take the arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in, bring the hands to your heart center. Tuck the chin into the chest, roll through the spine, coming all the way back down. Bend the knees, hug the legs in. And again, slowly start to straighten, release the arms. Take a deep breath in as you extend the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands through to heart center. Tuck the chin into the chest. Roll all the way down. Bend the knees, hug the legs. So you're bringing your chest to your thighs. And as we're starting off, I'm easing into this because I don't want to cause any strain into the hamstrings. And especially if they're feeling quite tight, some days you might wake up and feel that your legs are feeling a lot tighter than they might normally be. So don't force it too much, take it gradually. Very slowly release the arms, inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands to your center. Perfect. What we're going to do from here is interlace the fingers, and then we're going to bring your left knee up and hug the left knee in towards the chest. Holding here, find your balance, engage the core. 3, 2, 1. Release the fingers around the shin. Take your left leg back, place the foot down. So we're now coming into our warrior one. So the back foot goes to 45 degrees, toes face the front corner of the mat. Right foot is facing forward, knee is bent, arms come all the way up. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. And exhale, lean across into that right leg. Take the arms back. 3, 2, 1. Let's lift back up into warrior one. Open out into your warrior two. Now both feet are perpendicular to each other, so your left foot is now facing the side of your mat. Right foot is facing the front. Arms out at shoulder height, and you have your heel in line with the arch of the back foot. We take the gaze forwards over that front middle finger. Let's drop right arm down to right thigh. Extend the left arm all the way up and over. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling. If you wish, your left arm can come around behind, grab hold of that right thigh, open the shoulder out more. Or what you can do is, if it's within your practice, you can then start to take it into a bind, as if you were going to come into your bird of paradise. So by that, I've linked my fingers. Right hand comes under. Slowly release, come back to your warrior two. Reach forwards, turn the palm over and breathe out. Let's reverse back. Take the gaze up to the ceiling. Resting your left hand on the back leg. We're then going to cartwheel the arm all the way up and over, coming all the way down into a low lunge. Gaze forwards, drop the back knee and tuck the toes. We're going to place the left hand down onto the mat and peel up with the right arm. Take the gaze up to the ceiling. If you wish, you can tuck the left toes under and lift that back leg. And we're going to bring the hand down. If your back toes are not tucked under, lift the back knee, tap the toes, and rise up into your crescent lunge. So our back heel is now lifted, we're facing forwards. 3, 2, 1. Let's drop the back heel again, and the front toes are also going to now turn to the side of the mat. We're going to reach forwards as far as we can to come all the way down to the floor. Now I'm going to keep a bit of length through the back. So I'm going to keep my hands on the floor, but I'm going to keep my arms straight and just push the glutes back. So I'm extending through the spine and I'm stretching out through the back of the legs. I'm also gazing slightly further forward. And then exhale, lower that little bit more. Now you may wish to bring the hands to the inside of the legs as you come down a little bit more into a wide forward fold. From here, I'm going to place the hands back down onto the mat, and I'm going to turn out at the front of the mat so the toes are now facing forward into my low lunge. Gaze forwards, lift the chest up, and step forwards into Uttanasana. Very slowly start to bend the knees slightly, roll all the way up. Take the arms up to the ceiling, bring the hands together, exhale. Lovely. We're going to now take the right knee in, interlace the fingers, draw the right knee in, lift all the way up, find your balance. Exhale as you take that right leg back and place the foot down into your warrior one. Lifting up. Lovely, let's breathe in. Exhale, lean forwards over your left leg. And inhale, rise back up. Exhale, open out to warrior two. From here, we're then dropping the left arm down. Extend the right arm all the way up and over. Gaze up to the ceiling. And as we said before, you can bring that right arm around behind. Or if you were unsure as to what I meant earlier, you can then take your left arm down and underneath and hold here in a bind, if it's within your practice. Or maybe you wish to give it a try. Let's come back up to your warrior two. Reach forwards, turn the palm over. Breathe out, reverse back. And return back to your warrior two. Back arm comes over. We're coming all the way down into our low lunge. We're dropping the back knee, gaze forwards, hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Left arm peels all the way up. If you wish, you can lift that back knee. Let's bring the hand down, gaze forwards. When you're ready, we're coming up into our crescent lunge, so pushing all the way up. Find your balance, crescent lunge. This time we're going to actually step forwards, so bring the hands back down, step forwards into Uttanasana. Now I'm kind of coming more up to a halfway lift because I'm extending through the back. It's entirely up to you if you wish to take it into a full forward fold or whether you take it more into a halfway lift. Let's bend the knees and step your left foot back. Now we're going to step your right foot back into downward dog. Bend and straighten the knees one at a time. So lengthening out the back of the legs, releasing tension. And then come to a moment of stillness. And then we're going to lift the right leg, coming into a three-legged dog. So make sure you have enough space behind you, because I almost kicked the cupboard there. We're then going to bring the knee into the chest, and we're going to place the knee on the back of the right hand, and then extend your left leg down to come into our pigeon pose. So from here we can then come down to our arms or sink the chest down. Now if you're finding that you are still very much here with your sitting onto your right side, grab hold of a blanket, a cushion, a block, anything just to give you a little bit of height to lift up that right hip. We're then going to sink down into your pigeon pose. And slowly come back up. We're going to go straight back into our downward dog. So if you've got anything underneath you, just remove it. Very gradually push back into downward dog. We go again on the other side. So lifting up with the left leg. Bring the knee in. Come up onto the toes of the right foot and then step your right knee, or place your right knee, I should say, behind your left foot, left hand. Coming into pigeon on the other side. So again, we're gazing forwards. If you're feeling like you need anything to be placed onto the left glute, grab hold of it just to level out the hips. And when you're ready, if you wish to sink all the way down, you can do. Some people may find this pose quite relaxing. Maybe this is not your favourite one, or maybe it is. And it's up to you where you place your hands. I quite often like to keep my hands here in pigeon pose. But maybe you wish to stretch out the arms as well. Very slowly come back up. And we're pushing back into downward dog again. So release the legs, bend and straighten. And then let's drop the knees down and tuck the toes, cross the legs behind and come and sit forwards. Shuffle yourself forward if you need to. And then we're going to come and lie down on our mat. So when you're ready, slowly come down. You can either hold the shins or maybe take the arms in front, whichever one you prefer. As you come to lie down, let's take the arms above the head, so stretch the arms, stretch the legs. You may need to shuffle slightly if there's not quite enough room. Point the toes. And then bring the feet up to your mat. Release the arms just down by your side. So from this position, what we're going to do is we're going to drop the knees over to the right and the left one at a time, or both, I should say, as we're just working a little bit more into the hips. And then we're going to bring the right knee in, interlace the fingers around the right shin, draw the knee in, extend the left leg. Now the feet are flexed, left knee is facing the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, we go the other side. So we're drawing the left knee in, extend the right leg. One more time on each side. Switching, right knee in. And switch to the other side. So just working a little bit into the hips, into the hip flexors. From here, we're just going to come into a twist by dropping the left knee over to the right. So you're going to lift the left hip off the mat. You can take the arms either out to the side, you may wish to rest them on your side. It's up to you. Take a couple of deep breaths. Slowly come back to center. Hug the left knee in and then switch. So we're just going to bring the right knee in again and then take the right knee over to the left. Let it drop down to the mat. Again, palms can face up. They can rest on your side, whichever you prefer. You may wish to look over your right shoulder as well. And release the leg down your mat. Let's take the palms all the way up to the ceiling as we're coming into Shavasana. And thank you very much for joining me for this session. Namaste.